Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
All right.
Sorry about the baby.
I didn't tell you about the baby.
Natalie told me about it. And that you like her for the assault.
Yeah, I have some questions.
Star, when have I ever lied to you?
For months after your parents died and I kept asking you what was wrong?
Yeah, but that was different. I was afraid that if somebody found out I'd be sent to foster care, I'd lose everything.
And what if someone found out that you were still cheating? And that you were still lying to us? You don't think that you would lose Marco and living here and Cole's
And
friendship?
you? Would I lose you?
No, you would never lose me. That's the point I'm trying to make. Look, I know that you're under a lot of pressure with the musical and with Ford, and I know you. I know that it's tearing you up.
It's been hard.
I know. And that's why it's so easy to slip. Lang, was that you at the hotel?
No.
You swear? You swear on our friendship?
Thanks, film fan. About last night, I couldn't help but overhear that it was Karen in the hotel room.
And my love life is your business because...
Because she's a friend of mine. We grew up together. I even saw her last night. She brought me my pizza, probably right before she hooked up with you.
Was it hot?
Like the pizza?
It's a joke, Marco.
See, that's kind of my point. She's a nice girl, Ford. A little spacey, but nice. You gotta treat her right.
Understood.
Hey, there's one other thing about Langston.
I know Jessica bought a ticket, but she knows I'm gonna be there with you.
Do you think she's gonna try to mess up our date?
I don't know what she's gonna do. All I know is that I'm gonna be the luckiest guy in Lambview High if I show up in there with you on my arm.
Are you gonna buy me a corsage?
I'm gonna buy you a greenhouse.
Well, then it's a date.
Good.
But I don't want to go with anyone else. I want to go with Christian. Doesn't anyone understand that? I mean, do you know how it feels to be in love with someone that doesn't remember loving you back?
Yes, actually I do, and I think there are a lot of other people who know how that feels.
Oh, like Brody?
And Natalie, and Bree, and a lot of people, darling, who love you and they care about you.
Oh, so now I'm a terrible person.
No, sweetheart, I didn't say that. Darling, this is not your fault. In your mind, you're an adolescent, and that makes the world a kind of a tough place for you right now.
So I should just suck it up and ask Brody to the prom?
Well, Natalie told me that you two went on a date.
So she's not just a boyfriend stealer, she's also a blabbermouth.
How did it go?
Well, didn't she tell you?
No.
It was fine. He's a nice guy, but he's not the guy that I want.
Brody is gonna take your statement. I promise you we're gonna get the truth.
How are you feeling?
Fine. Let's just get it over with.
Marty, do you know of anyone who may have wanted to hurt you?
You were there. You were there when Natalie informed me that if it weren't for my baby, she would be with John. So I think you know the answer to the question.
Anyone else ever threaten you? An unhappy patient, someone you work with? Any other enemies you can think of?
I have to get ready for school. But is it okay if I stay here at Dad's for a little while longer?
Yes, sweetheart, you stay as long as you feel you need to. Just be aware that at some point we're going to have to make a decision about Bree, okay? Honey, she's fine, all right? She's fine. She's happy to be home. Lois is spoiling her rotten, and you don't need to worry about her, okay?
What if I never remember?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, okay? We'll cross that bridge if we come to it. But I want you to know that whatever happens, darling, we will make it work.
You promise?
Yes, I promise. You know, sweetheart, I will always be there for you, and so will your father, okay? The future, it's full of possibilities. You never know what can happen. All righty? I love you, baby. Just do me a favor. Think about the prom, okay? I feel you should go.
Who did you go to prom with?
Taylor Richards asked me. He played varsity basketball, and half the girls in school were in love with him. But then I got strep throat, and I had to stay home. It was one of the worst nights of my life.
So this is good. This is like a second chance at prom.
You're right.
And I'm gonna make sure it's the best night of your life.
I know I mentioned it last night, but don't say anything to Langston about me getting that room for us at the Palace. Not that you have any reason to talk to her, but just in case, I want it to be a surprise.
I won't say a word, as long as you don't mention the fact that I used Alfonso Del Toro's reservation.
And I won't say anything to anyone. That's it, I did tell Langston. She's my girlfriend. We don't have any secrets.
You want me to swear on our friendship?
Yes. You've asked me to lie for you about Ford, and I have. You've asked me to keep the secret, and I have. So I want you to swear on our friendship that that wasn't you last night with Ford. And that it's over for good.
I swear on our friendship. I'm done with Ford. I gotta get to school.
To tell you, Brody, I ran into Natalie in the corridor right before I went to the stairwell.
How about earlier in the day? Did you talk to anyone else? Were there any problems? Anything out of the ordinary?
There was someone else.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Who was it?
Todd Manning.